You know that feeling you sometimes get, like a place has a personality? Well, what if it was actually alive? Today, we're going to dive into The Whispering House of Secrets. It's this beautiful story about a house with a soul and the family who figures out how to hear what it has to say.
And it all kicks off with this one line from the younger sister, Noor. The second she walks into their new house, she just knows. She feels something in the air. This quote right here, it's basically the key that opens the door to all the magic that's about to happen.
All right, so let's meet our main characters. We've got Sami, he's 11. He's the smart, logical one. You know, the kid who needs proof for everything. And then there's his little sister, Noor, who's 8. She's all about playfulness and intuition. And it's this exact combo, right? Logic meets intuition. That's what's going to be so important for figuring out what's going on with this house.
Okay, so let's get into it. A house full of whispers. This is where it all starts. The family's just moved in, looking for a fresh start in this gorgeous but kind of spooky old house.
So they're all moved in, and everything seems totally normal. You know, unpacking boxes, figuring out rooms. But then, that very first night when the whole house is silent, the kids are in bed, and a faint voice just breaks the silence.
And get this, the voice isn't coming from downstairs or outside. Nope. It's coming from an old wooden chair sitting right there in their room. Can you imagine? And it says, "At last, the children have returned." Now for Sami, the logical one, his brain is probably short-circuiting. But for Noor, this is exactly what she felt. This is proof.
And that one moment, that's when everything changes. The secret is officially out. The house isn't just making little noises anymore. It starts to show its true self, that it can think, that it can feel, right in front of the kids.
So first up, this old grandfather clock starts talking, not chiming the hour, but actually speaking, and it lays down the rules of the game, so to speak. It says the house has a secret, but you can only learn it if you have a pure heart. So it's not about being the smartest person in the room, it's about being a good person.
And it doesn't stop there. It's not just the clock and the chair. All of a sudden, other things in the house start waking up, and they've all got their own little personalities. Like, there's this lamp that starts glowing. Not just on and off, but like it's breathing. A soft, warm pulse, almost like a heartbeat.
Then this big wooden cupboard gets in on the action. Its drawers just start sliding open and shut all by themselves. But it's not just random, you know? It feels like an invitation. It's giving them clues. So you realize, okay, this house isn't just alive, it's trying to lead them somewhere. It's a full-on quest.
Okay, so all these clues are pointing them in one direction, which brings us to the next part of the story, the puzzle of the past. They've accepted the house is alive. Great. But now the big question is, why? And the answer is hidden in an old riddle.
The next piece of the puzzle comes from a place they never would have expected. There's this old painting on the wall, just part of the decor. While suddenly, it just slides to the side, and behind it, there's a message carved right into the plaster.
And here it is, the riddle itself. He who understands the past protects the future. Whoa, that's pretty deep, right? It's a huge clue that tells them to stop focusing on all the cool magic happening right now and to start digging into the history of the house.
So they put all the pieces together and they finally crack it. And the answer? It's amazing. This house, this whispering house, it's not just a bunch of wood and nails. It's a living sanctuary. It was literally built with love, and its entire purpose is to protect children.
Finding this out is a huge deal, and it leads them to a really critical moment in the story, a promise to protect. See, it's one thing to know the secret, but it's another thing to do something about it. Now the kids have a choice to make, and it comes with some serious responsibility.
And then the house itself asks them a question. It's like this collective voice coming from everywhere at once. And all it says is, will you keep the secret? And in that one moment, it all clicks for them. This isn't just a question, it's a test.
And you know what? They don't even hesitate. Sami and Noor just look at each other, and that's it. They don't need to say a word. It's this silent agreement. They both get it, they understand how important this is, and right then and there they decide to become the new guardians of the house.
And it's Sami, remember, the skeptical, logical one, who speaks for both of them. He looks at all the living furniture and makes a promise. We will protect you, just as you protected others. I mean, what a great moment. It shows just how much he's grown.
That promise, it changes everything. Which brings us to the final part of our story, the heart of the home. This is where we see a real friendship finally form between the kids and their incredible house.
And the second they make that promise, the entire house just lights up with joy. You can almost feel it. The lamps glow brighter, the wood floors seem to shine, and this warm, happy feeling just floods the whole place. It's not just a safe house anymore. It's a true friend.
So when you boil it all down, what's this story really about? Well, it's about how important memories are. It's about the power of family and how love can protect us. And it's about this really beautiful idea that the places we love can hold on to that love, almost like a spirit.
And that leaves us with one final thought, kind of a question for all of us, really. Every home has its own story. So the question is, are you listening to yours?